Hey guys, welcome back to Samira's World, where we believe in learning equals an open mind and heart. Today I'm going to reveal my 23andMe results. So let's get into it. I just need to log in. Okay, so Western Asian and North African, 97.5%. That is pretty amazing. I mean, 97.5% is a pretty big percentage. So it shows me where the regions that my family originated from. So let's click on it and we'll zoom in a little more. So these are the regions. It says Algeria and Morocco. So let's look at Algeria. It says here that Algeria has 48 regions. And you share DNA with 23andMe participants who mostly frequently reported their ancestry from these 10 regions. So these are the 10 regions. I know for a fact that Mostaganem and Oran, because my mom is from Mostaganem and my dad is from Oran province. So these two, number 7 and number 9, was not a surprise to me. But like the other ones kind of were, because I've never been to these regions before, and maybe one day next year, inshallah, I will go. So I definitely want to go to Tlemcen someday, Mascara and Algiers. I definitely want to go to these 3. Because I hear good reviews from people. I hear good things about these 3 places. So, that's basically it. Oh wow, I can zoom in. Okay, so let's zoom in. So this is the Oran province. That's where my dad is from. And then there's Tlemcen. And like, you zoom in and you get more. This is actually pretty cool. This is amazing. So this is see all tested regions. Let's move on to the other region, the Morocco side. So we're zooming in. According to this, there are 9 regions that my family came from, my ancestry came. I mean, if you look at the history of these 2 countries, they used to be one big country. So I'm really not surprised that it's Morocco and Algeria. So I'm not really surprised on that information. So I've never been to Morocco before. I mean, I've been to the capital just for a day because I got stuck and we missed our flight because of the first flight. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. So these are some of the regions. Oh, I've heard about this one. I've heard about Marrakech. I think I was watching a show. Don't remember what show it was, but the guy was really into food, and he went to this province, this region in Morocco, and stayed with a family who was hosting him. Anyways, I thought that was really interesting to share. So this is the region that I saw the show in. Anyways, so according to this, my people are from these regions here, the 9 of them. There are 12, and my DNA shows 9 regions. So it says here, who mostly frequently reported their ancestry were from following 9 regions. So, okay, so now let's move on to European. 2.3% of my DNA. It's a small percentage, but still, 2.3% of my DNA, of my family, comes from Europe, like European. Well, Southern European. And it says here, according to this, it is Spanish, Portuguese. So Portugal and Spain. 0.2% has been detected. Like, let's press on it. It says here, Northern East Africa, which spans from Sudan in the northwest to Ethiopia, Somalia, this region right here, this whole thing. I mean, that's pretty, so I think this is really interesting. This is really interesting to see, like, the regions that my family is from. Like I said, it's a very small percentage, and I think it's really interesting. I think this is pretty interesting, the Spanish side of me. It doesn't specify exactly it doesn't specify which grandparent pair it is, like what generation, but it does say somewhere down the timeline, it does say somewhere in the timeline between 1760 to 1850, I had some Spanish ancestry that was 100% Spanish Portuguese. This person was likely born between 1760 to 1850. Like, that blows my mind. Like, I think this shocked me more than the other two. The North African side and the other side. Because, like I said, this is really interesting stuff. And I really love reading this stuff. And it obviously doesn't specify which grandparent generation, whatever it's called. It's clearly my great grandparent. That was 100% Spanish Portuguese, but it doesn't tell me exactly where it doesn't tell me specifically how many great grandparents generation it is. It just tells me a general. But this is pretty good and pretty worth it. I love this website, this company. It really, the journey of, like, ordering it, doing the spit test, and getting the results, it's really fascinating. And this is just the ancestry part. This is not even the health and traits section. This is the ancestry, and this just teaches me more about myself and who I am. And it's cool to know that I have Spanish Portuguese roots. I mean, small percentage, but like I said, at some point in the timeline, my grandparents, my great-great-great-grandparents were 100% Spanish Portuguese. I think it's cool. I know I tend to be nerdy about this kind of stuff, and I'm probably nerding right now, so I'm trying to compose myself. But this is like really cool, and I think this is amazing. Ooh, this is cool. This is cool. What is this? It says here these are your chromosomes. We painted them with your ancestry composition results. The first 22 are called autosomes and come in pairs of 2, each represented by one of the colored horizontal lines. In the graphic below, chromosomes have different lengths and are named 1 through 22. This is cool. So, oh wow. So according to this, my 7th and 9th have traces from Spanish and Portuguese. Well, most of them are North African. And yeah, it's really interesting to see like everything. It's so weird. Like